To my friend, I miss you and I love you, and you will always be in my heart. Sleep well, and until we meet again.
I'm going to try to get through this without crying, so let's start. I'm back. It's been months since I've recorded a video, and I thank all of you for sticking with me and waiting for me to come back. It's been hard. I was not in a good place mentally, so I had to take my own advice and kind of get my mind right and get myself right. So I am kind of okay now. Not really, as you can tell by the title. I recently just lost someone very close to me, and it sucks. It not only sucks because I've known her for so long, but it sucks because we were stay at home moms together, so we would talk on the phone all the time. And she was chronically ill. She had cancer. Um, yes, a very different kind of illness than mine, but unfortunately, she lost her battle. Um, and it was hard because it was unexpected. We thought she was getting better, but it wasn't to be. And unfortunately, when things like that happen, you tend to think about things that you necessarily wouldn't think about if it was someone just random or if it was something that happened suddenly. Um, I have lost two close friends of mine to seizures. Um, and as someone who has a seizure disorder, it's difficult. I do take meds and I have been seizure free for over 6 years now, but it is very still present in my mind what it was like going through that period of time and not knowing why I was having the seizures and all the scary stuff and just trying to figure it all out. So, yeah, kind of sucks. It kind of sucks when you lose friends who lose their life to something that you take meds for, something that you struggle with. Um, it's hard. It messes with your mind mentally, and you don't want to make it about yourself because you just lost someone and it's about them and their family and it's about the whole grieving process. But that little voice in the back of your mind is like, what about if that could happen to me? And how am I managing my health? Am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing? Am I taking my meds? Am I going to the right doctors? Am I doing everything that I can do in order to ensure that I live a long life? Um, and the answer to that was no. I definitely do not take my meds like I'm supposed to, although I do take my anti seizure all the time. I make sure that that is the one thing I do take. I do not take my head med, unfortunately, like I'm supposed to, which regulates the spinal cord fluid because I produce too much spinal cord fluid. So sometimes that fluid presses on my brain and it causes a whole bunch of problems, which could lead to seizures. But I take that sporadically. I know I should do better, and I do plan on doing better because um, life is fragile. That's what I've learned from this. I'm sorry. I've tried to record this video a couple times and I can't seem to get through it without crying because I literally just recently lost her. Um, okay, so life is fragile and we have to remember to always take care of ourselves and to always do what we're supposed to be doing, even if it's inconvenient, even if it's a nuisance, even if it slows us down. My biggest thing about taking all of my meds is I cannot take all of my meds the way my doctors want me to because I physically will not be able to do anything. They leave me catatonic. I just, I'm not here. I'm just kind of going through the motions. But basically, I'm not even aware of what I'm doing. And sometimes I've had scary side effects where I've walked out of the house in the middle of the night and walked down the street because I was having an adverse reaction to meds that I was taking, that I've been taking for years. But all of a sudden, my body was just like, you know what? I don't feel like doing what I'm supposed to do. So I'm just going to react badly to this and you're going to have to deal with it. So I had a conversation with my doctors though, and I told them that I would not be taking the meds the way that they wanted me to. And they told me basically the meds that I have to take in order to maintain my health. Uh, I like to call them the important meds. So, like my heart med, my anti seizure med. You know, these are important ones that I have to take to make sure that my heart functions properly and that I don't have seizures. So, I do take those. I'm going to get better about taking my head medicine, but it is very hard as someone who is chronically ill to lose someone who is chronically ill because you realize that, well, one, you realize how unfair life is, and you're like, but why though? Like, it makes you have those thoughts. I like to call them thoughts that you get when you're newly diagnosed, you know, the why me thoughts and the, you know, I'm a good person, why do I have to be sick, you know, I have kids that can't be sick, you know, those thoughts that you have when you're newly diagnosed. It brings all those thoughts back. And it's difficult and it's hard and it's stressful. But I know that for my mental health, I need to talk about it. And I do have a therapist that I see. Um, I was seeing her long before this happened. And because, like I said, I have not been in a good place mentally, just being sick has been taking its toll on me, not being able to just do things the way that I need to do things, and not being able just to go when I need to go. And especially with me being in school right now, this semester I opted to take most of my classes on campus. So I'm on campus 4 days a week, 2 classes a day. And it doesn't seem like that much, but for someone like me, it is hard going to those 2 classes 4 days a week and then coming home and still having to participate in life and do homework and spend time with kids and check in with your hubby and spend time with him and try to make sure the house stays clean, which I am failing at. Um, but it's okay because I rather have a healthier mental state than the dishes always done. Um, One of my phrases that I used to say all the time is if you have a dirty house, you have a cluttered mind. If your house is cluttered, your mind is cluttered. If your house is clean, your mind is clean. It's organized, you know, because you're not worrying about, oh, this needs to get clean and this needs to get done and this needs to get done. You can just kind of focus on what's going on and what else you have to get done and not have to worry about your house situation. But I'm learning that it's okay. It is okay that things are messy. And anyone that knows you and that loves you will understand, and your family will help. And it's not just all on you, especially if you're a stay at home mom. You kind of feel like it does all fall on you because your spouse works and, you know, you stay home. Well, in this case, I don't just stay home, I go to school too. But it's like, what am I supposed to do with all of this? And then on top of that, to lose someone so close to me, it was just a lot. It was a lot. I literally just shut down for like a week. I didn't do anything. I just was on the couch with my fuzzy blanket and in my fuzzy robe, and I didn't do anything but cry. Um, I still cry, trying not to now, and that's okay too. And it's okay to have thoughts about your own mortality when someone else loses their battle with chronic illness. It's not selfish because for a while I struggled with that and I was like, oh, this is so selfish. Why am I thinking about myself? You know, but then I realized it's not. It's just a normal progression of thoughts and a normal progression of grief. And It is okay. And luckily, I have amazing people in my life who just surrounded me with love and surrounded me with support and are helping me through it. And I thank all of you so much and appreciate you guys so much. So, my goal talk is to come back and start making these videos and to keep talking and to keep trying to let you guys know that it's okay to feel however you're feeling. It's okay as long as you don't live in the dark places, as long as you don't stay there and you physically and actively do something to change your mental status and to try to get yourself out of that funk. It's okay. And we are all in this thing together, so it's okay to ask for help. It's not weakness, it's not anything but strength. It takes a lot of courage and strength to say, I need help. I'm not okay. I need someone to talk to. And it takes bravery. And I want to just extend that all to you guys, just to remember that anything that you are feeling is okay as long as you don't live there. As long as you don't stay in the dark places, it's okay. And we all matter, even though we're sick. We're not any less important than those who aren't sick, and we're not any more important than those who aren't sick. We're just sick. We're just go through life a different way. We move slower, we move at our own chronically ill pace, and that is okay. It's fine. Anyone that's in your life that truly cares about you will make the adjustments. They'll come over and watch a movie with you. They'll come over and just sit with you. You know, it's not always about going and doing something. It's just about spending time with each other. That's all I want to say. Thank you all for those who have stayed while I was gone. I appreciate you. And to any new people that have come to this channel, thank you for finding me and thank you for finding this channel. So until next time, guys, I mean this when I say be well. And yeah, until next time, deuces. Bye.